Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, William Samoei Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, and the Kenya Kwanza administration, they have been pretending that they are neither pushed or shaken by the kind of the People's Baraza rallies and mass action that Raila is calling for in this country. They pretend to be stable, they pretend to be caring the less, but indeed, today it has been confirmed that William Samoei Ruto is in panic. Every time we say that there is no peace in State House, it is true, there have never been peace in State House. Raila has been talking about stolen election, he has been talking about high cost of living, he has been talking about high taxation to Kenyans, and of course, all those things have been haunting William Samoei Ruto. So today, we have heard in the newspaper how Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza administration are planning to ask or force the international community to restrict Raila Amolo Odinga from flying to those countries. And largely they're focusing, of course, in US, United States of America, United Kingdom, and the Western countries. So they have to block Raila Amolo Odinga because Raila is calling for mass action. This is the same individual who was asking Raila Amolo Odinga, tell me how many days you want to do demonstration, how many weeks, how many months, how many years, so that I will ask the Interior CS, Kithure Kindiki, to give you enough police officers to help you in that demonstration. That was William Ruto. And when he say like that, you can think he's talking with confidence as if he's just stable. Really, Ruto was talking in panic. And this confirms to you that we have an illegitimate president, the way Raila Amolo Odinga has always said. Because what can you be panicked about if indeed you just won election free and fair? Si anasema tu wafungue saba. Sasa nili nakuumiza. Si nikuambia tu wale wajamaa facilitate then fungua saba, alafu tuwaibisha Raila kama alianguka ama Raila kuaibisha kama kweli ulimuibia. And then from there, people will say indeed, kama Ruto alishinda kura, he is our president. Everyone will accept. Lakini sasa watu wa Azimio hao wameambiwa wewe si rais, na sasa hivyo ndio wamechukua. So the deputy majority leader Owen Baya was quoted by The Nation on his view as far as Raila Amolo Odinga restriction is concerned. And this is what was shared in The Nation. Lawmakers and politicians allied to the Kenya Kwanza administration have revealed to the Sunday Nation a raft of action that they want the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Western countries to take against Mr. Odinga, whom they accuse of destabilizing the government. This is what Owen Baya said. You cannot earn the respect of the international community when you are busy trying to cause civil strife in the country. And in bracket, President Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe was a respected democratic, but when he started undermining the same democratic tent, the international community placed tough sanctions against him. Raila has earned a name for himself for being a Democrat. But if he starts behaving like a rebel, we will ask the international community to push him. That is National Assembly Deputy Majority Leader Owen Baya. So, it is clear, whatever I speak, that is the position of William Ruto. But he wants to use the leadership in the National Assembly to try and push the international community to that level to either sanction Raila Amolo Odinga and block him, that they cannot enter those countries. But then, there are several issues here we want to look into in matters of what are they looking into if they're trying to block Raila Amolo Odinga. And again, Is Raila Amolo Odinga doing his activity in line with our constitution or is against the constitution? But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. For those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. The first simple question: is Raila Odinga respecting the Kenyan constitution in matters to do with the People's Baraza? Is he respecting, or is his call for mass action in the constitution of Kenya? The answer is yes. Article 37 of our constitution. It allows Kenyans to demonstrate and picket in time when they feel that the regime is not taking care of their interest, or when they feel that the government is pushing them to a corner. If the government is not listening to them, then demonstration is part of the language that Kenyan citizens can use to communicate to the government. So, what Raila Odinga is doing is in the line with our constitution. So I don't know how Ruto is going to convince the international community to sanction Raila Odinga. He has not broken any constitution, any law in this country. Even the mass action is calling for, because of the high cost of living, forcing parents to pay school fees, removing subsidy. It is all in line with our constitution. Because whoever wants to take that direction of William Ruto, he should be asking himself, or that country should be asking himself, what is Raila Amolo Odinga talking about? He's talking about Kenyans who are dying of hunger. He's talking about the orphans, the poor, and the less fortunate in our community here in Kenya who are being forced to pay school fees. He's talking about overtaxing of Kenyans. He's talking about a stolen election. He's talking about someone opening server and declaring the results. Just to confirm if really Ruto won election in free and fair manner, or really if he was robbed. Because for him, he believed that he was ahead of William Ruto with 2 million votes. So that one, it is not out of our constitution. It is in line with our constitution. So there is nowhere Raila has gone wrong. Now, what is William Ruto looking for? If he's talking about blocking Raila Amolo Odinga to those Western countries, of course he's talking about Raila Amolo Odinga being blocked from accessing the overseas investment. Because we know all of these politicians, they have their investments outside the country. They will always have the business there. So you're trying to block Raila or whoever you're thinking about from the overseas investment. That is what he's talking about. So I want to threaten him, then Raila will think about my business and the push I have as of now and take a position. Number 2, access to advanced health care. Because most of our politicians will always have their medical care taken care of outside this country. They will go to Dubai, they will go to US, they will go to UK, those countries. They will go to India. Again, sometimes it is because matibabu is expensive. Number 2, sometimes incompetence and again not equipping our hospitals properly. So, access to advanced health care. Number 3, access to international networks. Raila has enough international networks. So once you try to go in that direction, you are just trying to block him from accessing his international network. And again, to injure his reputation so that people will learn that, oh, Raila has been blocked by international community because he's a rogue leader in Kenya. So you taint his name. That is all about what Ruto is looking for. But again, will he succeed? That is the big question. Because again, Raila has said he better stay here with the Kenyans rather than going outside. So he has no any interest of going outside this country. Wakae na nchi yao na yakae na Wakenya hapo. Again, He's telling the international community that whatever we are doing is within our constitution, and therefore the people from outside should not interfere with our internal affairs. Okay? Because whatever he's pushing for, including the current economic situation we are having now, these are internal matters. It is our internal affairs. So whoever person, be it UK, US, hata hizi nchi zote, in case they try to come into this issue and take the position of William Ruto is pushing for, that means they will be mingling around our internal affairs. So wameambiwa wakae kando. Wakenya kama wataamua ni maandamano, waandamane. They have had 12 People's Baraza rally, peaceful. They have had procession severally, peaceful. So how do you try to say that? You know, Ruto has always tried to say that Raila is demonstrating. But then, when he called for real mass action, Ruto amepotelea kwa msitu. Uoga imekuja, na sasa hana mwelekeo. Sababu anajua ya kwamba mahali penye Wakenya wamefika, njaa na kuumizwa, alafu kuongeza ile mambo ya Raila Amolo Odinga anaongelea. It is easy for Kenyans to come out in their numbers and chase him from State House.